and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I'm Sotoro, and I'm here joined by my lovely friend.
Hello, everyone. I am Vamp, and I shall be playing Mersel. Um, apologies for my voice if it's kind of raspy. I just woke up, so that might be why.
I'm just holding you so soft.
Uh,
I'm gonna be playing Sandy Sweet.
Andy!
Sandy! It's been a while.
It has.
Been a while since these two have on-screen talked.
Yeah, and I think it's been a long time, that's for sure.
A lot of things have been happening. Oh boy, a lot of things. I'm sure. But I say it's just a normal day at the apartment.
Yep.
Today, and Sandy has been in her little room, just like working on things, trying to. You can hear her just like humming around as she's trying to do things. You don't know what. Have you asked?
Well, Marcel is about to ask now, like, Sandy, you hear a knock on the door, and then Marcel's voice just very softly going, Sandy?
Hey, okay, hold on. Yeah, wait. Yeah, okay. You hear like the clattering of a bunch of things like falling down, and you hear a cat noise, like a cat yowling somewhere. Very Toonish, in the very Toonish faction. And Sandy opens up the door, like, Rizzo!
Oh, hi, Sandy. Well, what were you doing in there?
Secrets.
Secret?
I am working on things. And Sandy just has this very big grin, and you can see the room. It's a normal amount of like messiness because Sandy, little child, hard to keep up a room clean. We can see a lot more like sheets and like a bunch of fabrics and like so many things and like sewing things and just like different colors, especially like yellows and like in like barrage kind of color there lying in the background. Like, I'm doing things and it's gonna be really, really fun. Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be a secret.
Marcel kind of like cracks a smile at that and like gives Sandy like a little hug and goes, "Aw, come on, you won't even tell your big brother?"
Sandy just hugs back and then gives like a I'm making a costume.
Is it for Halloween?
No, it's for something else.
Well, if you need any help, I'm pretty decent at sewing. I'm not extremely good at it, but I'd probably be able to help a little.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. I'm actually doing like a good enough job for. Yeah, I'm doing a good job because I have like this costume, and then I also have like a whole bunch of other ones that are just like disguises. Because Gilly likes to use disguises a lot, so I want to try and use the disguises a lot too. Because those are fun, and you get to do crime.
Marcel like chokes on a giggle, and she uses crimes, and it's just like, oh man, Gil and you are or something. But I wanted to ask you if you'd like to eat. It's kind of late in the day by now. Would you like to eat lunch with me?
Ooh, yes. I can take a break. Breaks are good. Just gonna put these things away. And Sandy like grabs like a whole bundle of like clothes and such, and then opens up her closet and just shoves them inside and then closes it. Like, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Lunch.
I imagine she's just dragging herself to the dining room table.
Yes. At this point, she is dragging Mersel and just having like a big old smile and just like very, very excited.
Marcel's just letting himself be dragged as he's like smiling, and like when they get to the table, he does lay out their lunch, and they just, they're eating together.
And Sandy just like kind of digs into her pockets. Hold on. She actually uses hammer space. Yes. And pulls out like rocks and then puts them in the food and then munches on the food and you hear the crack. And crunch.
And like Marcel's looking at that, and he's used to Sandy like being able to eat rocks, and he remembers like the cracks over like Sandy's skin, and I imagine it's been a long time since he first was told slash noticed. So would I be able to roll an Arcana?
Go for it.
Oh god, here we go. Magic Man, don't fail me
Magic
now.
Man. Take me by the hand. Oh my
That's a
god.
crit fail. So I am losing a luck point.
Oh my
That's a 9. Dice bars are with bat rolls and bat rolls only.
Bad rolls only. Oh my god.
I mean, I'd say that he could swear that he's forgetting something. Like there's like this kind of niggling in the back of his head, but he can't quite place it.
I say he needs one more little clue.
Uh-huh.
Just one little thing. Hopefully it'll appear soon.
Anyway, he just like shakes his head and eats his own food. Or going, oh, are you going to tell me what the custom you're working on is?
Oh, it's. You can keep it a secret, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm gonna be a bunny.
A bunny, and Marcel just like smiling and his hair is fluffing out. Because Bunny, you know this. Bunnies are Marcel's favorite animal.
Sandy is just like grinning really big. She's like, I'm gonna be a bunny. I'm gonna be like yellowish.
Ooh, a yellow bunny. That's so cute.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do crimes.
Marcel just kind of like less cute, but you do you.
And it's supposed to be like a whole entire thing. We're gonna do things, and Gilly also might be a bunny, and Bon might be there.
Marcel just kind of like does a double take and it's like, Bon's coming to do crimes with you both.
Yes, I think. I don't know. We still need to talk about things, and I want to try and do Moda's costume because it'll be really, really cool. And I'm thinking like we could dye them.
Like Marcel's just like, I'm laughing. Because Landy is like talking about crime. Meanwhile, Marcel's here, like arguably the most like, aside from Bob, arguably like the least like criminal in this whole family, just sweating. He's just like, I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah, it'll be really, really fun. It was all Gilly's idea.
Of course it was.
I still don't know what exactly we're gonna do. Exactly. But I just know it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crime, most likely, because Gilly likes to do a lot of crime.
Yeah, he sure does, doesn't he?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna probably need my knife. I'm gonna have to take my knife.
Marcel nods. Taking a knife with you when you're doing crimes is probably a good idea.
This one is fun because I'm gonna use my knife, my dessert knife.
I'm gonna roll a history real quick. Pretty 20, okay. Marcel kind of blinks and then like thinks about it. Your cake knife.
Yes.
And you're going to bring it with you to do crimes.
Yes!
There's like this moment of silence as he digests this before he like ultimately goes, "Not my problem," and just reaches over to like ruffle Sandy's hair and goes, "Just don't use it on people, alright?"
I don't think I can use it on people. I don't want people to turn into cakes.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. But I can turn things into cakes. I can turn my food right now into cake. And Sandy goes to try and cut her food.
Gosh.
Yeah. Does Mersel try and stop her?
You know what? No, he's not gonna. Like, he's not gonna, like, it's fine. Like, cake is still food, and she did already eat, like, a lot of the food first.
Yeah.
It's just basically like Sandy going, "I want dessert now," and taking matters into her own hands.
Yep. Basically. And she just cuts through even the plate at this point.
Gosh.
And it's all cake. And she is having a big, big grin about that. Do you want some?
No thanks. I can eat some later.
Okie dokie. And she just gobbles up the cake.
I want to make another Arcana check just because, like
Go for
Mersel
it.
is still thinking about, like, the fact that he feels like he's forgetting something.
That's better.
14. Come on, Magic Man. Can I have advantage, please?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 24. Oh gosh, that's a 24.
That's good. So what you
So-
thinking, Mersel?
So he's looking at Sandy. He's looking at the way Sandy's gobbling things up. Like, he's looking at her, and I think he's like remembering again, like how she was eating rocks earlier, and like in his head is just like, how does she does that? Like, how can she just eat rocks? Like why is like I know she says she's made of like she's also made of rock, and that's why she has cracks all over. Like, how is that even possible? Why do I feel like there's something I should know? And then like there's like this audible like clicking noise, and he kind of like clears his throat and kind of looks at Sandy and goes, "Sandy, can I ask you a question?"
Yeah.
You're a sorcerer, right?
I think so. I can do magic. I can do magic. And then she just like has like sparkles all around casting prestidigitation. I can do magic, and I can do like a little bit of fire, and I have acid. I can do some acid. And I can do the poofy thingy, and I can go to the other thingy. I did that when I was in Dodo Studios. And
Mersel
I
kind of
can
nods.
do
Mersel-
like a really weird noise. Yeah?
Mersel kind of nods and thinks on it. Like, he was going to ask if she knew what kind of sorcerer she was. If she isn't even sure that she's a sorcerer, that's probably not going to work.
Nope.
So instead, like, he kind of like tries to think back on like their time together, and I'm gonna roll history. That's a 22. He's trying to remember.
Rizal is
if
connecting the dots.
He is. He's trying to remember specifically if there's ever been times when Sandy was lighter than she should be.
Hee-hoo. And there has been some times.
He is suddenly remembering Animus. Like, Animus, when she gave him a gift and he was so overjoyed, he like kind of like picked her up and spun her around. But he shouldn't have been able to do that. Sandy is extremely heavy, and Mersel is like not strong, like in the slightest. Even Ross
That's
has
what
trouble.
you say.
Even Ross has trouble carrying her, so let alone this magic man. And the thing was, he would have chalked it up as just, toon logic, except there has probably been other occasions where this happened as well.
Very few, here and there.
And the one thing they all have in common is that they're usually happening when Sandy is being shown affection or like it's just overjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcel kind of like thinks on this for a bit before going, Sandy, can I ask you another question?
Yeah! You can ask me all kinds of questions. So many questions. There can be so many questions that you can ask. Yeah!
Do you know why you're made of stone?
And she kind of blinks. Don't know. I mean, it's kind of just how I am now.
Marcel waits a little to give her time before going. I might know why.
You do?
I might can't be too sure, but I think I have an idea as to why. Yeah.
How? I mean, I've always been like this, so I don't. I mean, well, not always, but like, that's how I always been now. Just stone.
Marcel kind of not super quick. Do you want to sit on the couch for this?
Sure! It's
Finish your cake first.
And Sandy just picks up Mersel at this point.
I was just like, oh, okay. And when he gets dropped on the couch, he just smiles at Sandy and puts his arm around her.
Couch! Couch is good.
Uh,
Couch is good.
Well, he's trying to think how to phrase this in the simplest terms as possible. Alright, so, you can do magic, right? And I'm pretty sure you're a sorcerer.
Yeah! I can do magics. I don't know what a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is, there are many different kinds of spellcasters, and, well, there are more complicated explanations, but and at its basic, a sorcerer is someone with inherent magic.
Inherit?
Wizards have to learn their magic. Wizards have to learn their magic. Warlocks, we have to get it from someone else.
And like clerics also have to get it from someone. And
Yeah.
paladins also get it from someone. Yeah.
Bards also have inherent magic. Theirs tend to be more associated with music and instruments. So I'm pretty certain you're a sorcerer.
I never tried a musical instrument though. What if I'm a bard?
So Marcel gives a little huff and goes, "Well, we can always try it out next time."
Yeah, that'll be fun. But I guess I am a sorcerer. Do I look like one? Am I one? Do sorcerers have different looks?
No, well, tunes are very different, and well, most you can't really tell whether someone's a sorcerer just by looking at them. Most of the time, Sunny is a special case here, but Mercel's not gonna say that.
Huh. Okay.
And
So-
well, you're a sorcerer, right? And there are many kinds of sorcerers.
There are?
Yeah, all spellcasters, there are multiple types of each spellcaster. I won't go in depth just because that's a lot of descriptions. And he's pretty sure that 99% of his rambles would like go over Sandy's head.
Most likely.
Yeah, this is like his hyperfixation. And he's like visibly struggling not to like just info dump right here, right now. But well, there are quite a few different kinds of sorcerers. And have you ever heard about stone sorcerers?
So, no. Can I eat them?
Ursula like Ursula like actually chokes like that because he wasn't expecting that. Shakes his head. No, stone sorcerers are sorcerers who, well, the most widely accepted description is that they have a link with the magic of elemental earth.
I mean, I eat earth, dirt, rocks, stone, gems.
Yes, and from what I've read and from stone sorcerers I have met in the past, stone sorcerers have the ability to change their skin and make it assume a stony appearance.
They can do that? That's so cool!
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And then Mersel kind of taps on Sandy's arm.
She blinks.
Sandy?
Yeah?
Do you think that might be what you're doing?
She kind of blinks again. Uh, she kind of like looks at herself, just like, I don't know. Am I doing? I mean, I always, well, not always, but like I've been like this. I haven't changed.
Marcel kind of was a little trying to think of how to like ultimate reply before going. Do you remember when after showtime you'd follow me around the apartment?
Yeah,
And I picked you up and carried you in my arms.
yeah.
I'm can't do that. You know I'm not strong enough to lift you when you're made of stone.
I thought it was the thingy, my dog, the tune thingy, my dog thingy.
I thought so as well, but it's happened multiple times now that I think about it. Remember Animus? I was able to carry you there then.
I was really, really surprised. I was like, ah! And you were like, woo! And I was like, ah! It was really, really fun though.
It was really fun. And, well, maybe, well, I'm pretty certain, yeah, you just have it active all the time. That's why your skin is still,
All the
well,
time?
he nods.
She kind of like looks at her like arms and such and just kind of like blinking at them like, I don't know how to turn that off. Is there a switch? Is there a magic switch?
Marcel kind of like he thinks about it for a bit before going. Uh, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but when was the first time you're like when if you tried to remember when was the first time your skin ever became stone?
She pauses and kind of thinks to herself and then just slowly frowns and just kind of like holds herself in her arms, just kind of like a small hug to herself, like was not in a very fun place.
I'm gonna roll fucking inside. 13.
13. I mean, she is telling the truth. She was not in a very fun place, but it feels like there's like a lot more about it, and she's just doesn't like to think about it.
Yeah. Ursula kind of looks at that before he kind of recognizes that look on Sandy's face right now, the like unwillingness to like think about it, and that wasn't like a good place. Like he
Mm-hmm.
recognizes it. He saw it in the mirror all the time when he was younger. And he just looks at Sandy and he just thinks about the fact that stone skin is supposed to protect its like user, and he's connecting the dots. And Sandy, like, you feel his arms like go around to hug you, and he's just like, "You're safe here, you know that, right?"
I Yeah, it's really really nice and it's really really safe and I really really like it a lot. It's nothing like that from before and all that.
Yeah, and you're n- you're never going to have to go through something like that again, right? Not unless you wanted to. Even then, we would still accompany you.
You, do you promise?
There's a beat. Like, Mersel isn't, like, the kind of person to really promise. Like, this Mersel takes his promises, like, seriously. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I promise. And he kind of, like, lets go of the hug, just squeeze Sandy's hands. Goes, "You're safe here. You're safe here, and you can be whatever you want to be here."
It's I yeah. I I mean I've been doing like a lot of things and it's been really really fun and nice. And I even had a really fun time at Gil's new house and then we're gonna have more fun time. It's just having you guys has been really, really nice. Even with all the things that have happened. And Sandy just just shrinks a little bit at that.
Yeah, and Mersel kind of like winces at that because he was one of those things. Before going, I know things can be messy sometimes and scary, but we'll always have your back, Sandy. We'll always be here for you. You're safe. You're safe. We're we're always going to take care of you. You don't have to be afraid.
But what if something does happen again? Or you guys leave? Or.
Sandy, I swear on my magic, I will never leave you. Even if I had to go for some reason, the others would be here and I'll always come back. And if something like that ever happened again, well, we'll protect you. We'll make sure you're safe. Or we'll rescue you if it ever came to that. We won't. You have us now. You're not alone anymore.
I. I wasn't alone before, but she left, so guess I was alone for a bit.
And Marcel, at those words, Marcel he can't help it. He just like kind of like leans forward and then wraps her up in a hug. And like kind of like braces that in her hair and quietly goes, "Yeah, it does hurt when people leave you behind."
Sandy just hugs back and just kind of gives a bit of a squeeze.
But I promise, Sandy, I'm not going to leave you like that. I know how much it hurts, and no, I leave a lot for adventures or things like that because that's how my works. But I always come back, don't I? So does Gil, and so does Ross, and so does everyone else here.
Yeah, you guys always come back. It's really nice when you guys are back and I'm not alone. I don't like being alone.
You're never going to be alone again, okay?
Yeah. She just tightens the hug.
Yeah, and he kind of like rubs circles in the back, in her back, on her back.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Marcel is going to try and lift.
Mm-hmm. Go and roll strength for me.
God, don't make me do this. Oh,
Don't worry.
it's a 7. Of course I worry.
Marcel, what are you trying to do, Marcel?
He's trying to like I imagine that he's hugging her right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's and she's tucked into his arms,
Yeah.
and he's trying to like kind of lift her, like kind of stand up with her in his arms.
Marcel, you could go and try and do that, and surprisingly, Sandy's not that hard to lift.
I'm gonna use a luck point because god damn it. Oh, that's a 15.
Yeah. You actually you can carry her so very easily.
And he notices, he kind of blinks, and then he's just, Sandy,
Yeah.
look. And he's carrying her.
Sandy kind of just frowns for a bit, like confused. There's question marks in her eyes. And then she looks down. And then she looks at Marcel. Then looks down. Then back at Marcel, like,
And he kind of like boops her nose and goes, there you are.
Wait, what?
Well, you told me that the first time you ever remember being stoned was when you were somewhere not good, right? So I thought maybe the reason why you always have the stone on was because you're afraid.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
Maybe not afraid, but, well, and he kind of like plants a little kiss on her forehead. But, well, after that talk, I took a camel and, well, and then he kind of like reaches like one arm up and like kind of tucks her cheek a little.
This is fun.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Wait.
You're so.
So she's just off now?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can turn it on if you like, but well, we could practice together until you can learn to do that You could learn to do that on command.
Amazing! Oh my god.
What did you roll, Soto? That was a nat 20.
Yeah, it was like wisdom for her to try and figure this out, basically.
Oh god, that's a nat 20 wisdom.
And as Marcel, you were talking, Sandy suddenly turns heavy.
I'm gonna roll a strength save. 18. He's like, I imagine it doesn't get so heavy like immediately. So he's just like, oh, okay. And he manages to like actually crouch down in time and put her down.
Like, ah! I need you to get faster.
And she just like, does she just start switching the stone skin on and off and on and off?
Basically, it's just like it's not very obvious, but you do notice that when she has it off, her skin kind of turns a bit more peachy. There's color actually in her skin rather than just the white.
And he notices that. And when Sandy's finished like flickering it on and off, he's like, Sandy, would you like to go buy ice cream with me?
Ice cream! Yeah, we can get ice cream!
Yeah, would you mind turning off your stone skin for this? And he's looking at her skin, and he's just very softly, I might have a theory about something.
Okay. And she turns it on. And yeah, it's a little bit of a peachy color. It's very light though.
Yeah, and he just like kind of like adjusts his hat and his pen on before like holding out the hand for Sandy to hold if she'd like. Go, let's say we go to the little ice cream cafe that opened up nearby.
Okay, let's go! And Sandy grabs the hand and then rushes to the door. She opens it, but then kind of like stops a bit.
Aww. Sandy?
This feels weird.
Well, think about it this way. A lot of good things start out feeling weird.
Yeah, but I'm going outside and I feel squishy. She kind of like frowns at that.
Well, I'm here with you, so if anything happens, I'll protect you. And if anything happens, you'd be able to turn it back as well.
Yeah. I can do this. Ah! She kind of like yells out and kind of like shakes her hands a bit to try to kind of shake off the nervousness because
Yeah.
she's never done this before and this feels unsafe in her head, but she's trying to just push that back because not 20, baby.
And Mersel kind of like smiles and like steps out first and holds out his hand again and goes, "Come on, Sandy. Promise I won't let anything happen to you."
Okay. And Sandy takes Marcel's hand.
Mersel takes one step outside, one step backwards.
Sandy steps outside and kind of like frowns at Marcel and then copies him.
And like he just like and slowly but surely he takes Sandy outside under the sun.
And can you repeat that? Sorry.
He takes Sandy outside like under the sun.
And Sandy just kind of like just freeze out and stepping outside and just kind of frowning a bit and just it's warm.
Yeah, that's how the sun feels.
That's how the sun feels. It's warm and it's hot. And I don't know if you noticed, but Sandy has like black sleeves and all that. And you know how those are with the sun.
Yeah, and Marcel's just kind of huffing a laugh and goes, "Do you remember when a time back we went somewhere really hot and Bob kind of lectured me about wearing a dark blue coat in the middle of the day. That's because darker colors tend to absorb heat more."
This is weird. I'm not you this I feel warm. It's nice, but this is weird.
And Marcel just like kind of thinks about it before going warm like a hug.
Yeah, warm like a hug, but there's still squish of like a hug.
And he nods before going, hold on. And he's giving Sandy another hug while she has her stone skin down.
And Sandy just there is first like a squeaky toy noise as you're hugging her. And she just kind of blinks. Is this is
Is
a
it?
bigger hug.
I don't know, it's not a bigger hug. I think you can feel it more because your stone skin is down.
Can feel it. You're squishing me. You're squishing me.
Oh no! He squishes her harder.
Ah! And Sandy says like, I'm being attacked.
Oh no, I guess I can't bring Sandy to get ice cream. I guess I'll just have to eat all of them myself then.
No, I want ice cream. I want ice cream. No, okay. And then Sandy kind of like hugs you, Marcel, and then lifts you up.
Uh,
Oh, this is weird. You're squishy. You're like really, really squishy.
I'm always squishy.
But like you're more squishy.
Thank you. Did she just fucking sprint to the ice cream cafe with carrying Marcel?
Yes.
Oh my
Marcel,
god.
look, I can just. And she just kind of like extends her hands a bit, like rubber hosey, and then puts Marcel down for a bit. And it's like kind of like, let's go. And it's just like, I don't crack. I don't crack. I can just move my hands all weird. I can walk.
Oh yeah, well the cracks were in your stone skin, right? And he's pretty sure the cracks were there because she never like took it down, so it never got the chance to heal back up. And also like it's like well your rubber hose tunes can contort in different ways than other sorts of tunes. And he like demonstrates that he can't actually twist his arms like Sandy.
Yeah, I like can sometimes I can do that, but I have to be like very, very, very careful. Like I had to like learn how to walk all over again, and then it's just like it's all funky, ducky, ducky until like I got used to it. And then sometimes they'll be like ooh cracky, cracky, but now it's just like, and then Sandy kind of like moves her hand and just kind of like twirls around a bit, and then and then it pops right back into it. Like that's weird.
Is it a good weird?
I don't know. I think so. I can just move. I can just move. I can just
And he's nodding before going, hold on, you said it was hot, right? Let me just. And if Sandy lets him, he's gonna roll up Sandy's black sleeves. You know, with the black sleeves that are probably like soaking in sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna roll them up, not only so that Sandy doesn't like overheat in the heat, but also so you know, Sandy can see that she doesn't have cracks in her arms.
Yeah, it just roll of the sleeves, and I mean there's like you can notice like very like the lighter kind of where the cracks should have been, but it's looks more like very old scars now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I they're not there.
The cracks? Well, the cracks were on your stone skin, remember?
Yeah, but that was that. Huh?
And he like smiles before he like smiles at her and like tries to think of what to say before he ends up just rolling up his own sleeve. And like his own arms don't have cracks and he's just like, look, we match.
Sandy just blinks and kind of smiles at that, like, you match.
Now, do you still want that ice cream?
Yeah. Ice cream. Ice cream is good. Ice cream is nice. I can just. And Sandy is just gonna like frown a bit and gonna like slowly take off her gloves. And yeah, they look okay. Just if there is like a few little lines at times, but they look okay. And she kind of like frowns at that. And she kind of like goes up to Mersel and then just extends her hand up and just like boops his nose. Boop.
Oh, I was pooped.
Wait. And she kind of just like takes off her other glove and then just places her hands on Mercel's face.
Yes?
You're soft.
Yeah, I'm always soft.
You're really, really soft.
Does she just start pulling at his cheeks?
Yes.
Like she pulls at his cheeks and he's just like, And he just goes and like pats like Sandy's cheek, like pokes her cheeks.
Ah! That feels weird.
Good weird?
Squishy weird.
And he kind of like takes Sandy's hands off his cheek and goes, well, I suppose all feels really weird to you, huh? You've had that stone skin up for a while.
Yeah. Like even my clothes feel weird. They're
You'll get used
soft,
to it.
but this is weird.
You'll get used to it. And hey, it's not like you can't still turn on your stone skin when you like.
Yeah. And Sandy just kind of like lets go of Marcel's face and kind of like squishes her own face.
And there is one good thing about this.
There is?
Yeah, it means I can do this. And he's just gonna carry Sandy and put her on his back like piggyback.
Ah! Wait! I'm tall!
And he's just grinning like, so the ice cream cafe, right? And he's gonna break into a run.
Yeah! Let's go! Ice cream!
And you could end the FPS there if you like.
Yeah, probably because if we continue, we'll go over time and there's somebody else before us.
Yeah. So, well, I guess the FPS ends and we're still like carrying Sandy, like bolting for the ice cream store. And that's a wrap. Thank you all for listening and we hope you have a good time.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.